Seint makeup. My name is Megan Hartman, as you know, and this is my compact, one of my compacts. So the thing about Seint is the simplicity. I guess that's what sold me on it. My word for the year is simplicity. And so that's what I've been trying to focus on, especially like during COVID, and it just kind of like, I don't know, hit home for me. So this is a way that all of my makeup is right here. I've got my mascara and everything else can fit in my magnetic compact. I've got my color corrector, my main shade, my brightener, this light's doing weird stuff, my contour, bronzer, illuminator, and then there's another, you use the same mascara. I just got it the other day and I love it. It's like $4.99. Lip and cheek shades, and then another highlighter color, my Vanilla Dust setting powder, and some eyeshadows. So this is the Palette 12. So this is what I recommend kind of when people want to get their feet wet in the makeup. This is the one I like to start with. This is my sister's right here, and it's like the Big Mama Jama. So there's a bunch of different shades that she has in here. All right, so I'm just showing some different options. There's lots of different shades. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I like to start by color correcting. So if you have redness, melasma, age spots, you will use a color corrector. And if you send me your selfie with no makeup on, I can help to color match you. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. This lighting is really weird, y'all. I almost wonder, I don't know, it might be, we'll see. So y'all can see that my skin is not perfect. I definitely have age spots and melasma and all of that. So I like to use the color corrector first. And the color corrector is darker than your skin tone. Okay. And so let's put some up here. And then after I get this on, this light is really driving me crazy. I'm gonna take, let's see, this detail brush, and I'm gonna do my contour. So all of the colors have coverage in them. So the whole thing about this 3D makeup, it's called 3D foundation, is you need one layer of makeup. You're not gonna apply layers and layers and cake it on. You're just gonna apply the right colors in the strategic spots to give your face like a 3D effect and give yourself some dimension and shape. So I'm applying the contour like right under my cheekbone, and I'm stopping about in this imaginary line, like where my eye starts or where my iris starts. So it's really up to your face shape. And so I'm also applying it, I like to chisel out my jawline. And if you have like a double chin, you can kind of start down here and then go back until your Adam's apple. Don't go past your Adam's apple. You don't want to highlight that. All right, so also like to apply contour up here on your forehead, especially if you have a longer forehead, which mine really isn't long, but you can apply that contour to kind of help to shape that out. And so I just kind of apply it there. So what I like to do is create a triangle of light. So if you see, you want to keep this part of your face light and bright. We're kind of keeping the middle of the face light, and you'll see that as we move on. So I'm applying this contour up here, and this is all like super blendable makeup. All right, and I'm gonna take this brush now, the blush and bronzer, and I'm gonna drop it. Okay, and it fell in the trash can. Okay. Small end, and I'm gonna go into my main shade, and I'm using Sandy now because it is kind of the summertime, springtime, summertime. All right, and I'm dabbing this on because in some places I did put that color corrector on, so I don't want to like smash it around because I just want to not mess up what I already put down. All right, so I'm just kind of putting this over the contour. I'm not going into my contour on my nose, and then I'm going to put it just on the kind of the sides of my forehead because you're going to see I'm going to bring some brightener color in. I'm going to go into my brightener color, Aura. I'm going to apply it below. If you really want to chisel out your cheekbones, here's a way to do it. Apply that brighter color, that brightener, right under your contour color. You see that? You see how that just like chisels it out? All right, so we call our foundation and concealer, kind of it's 2-in-1. We call that highlights. So these are my 3 highlight colors. When you get a color match from me, I'm gonna give you at least 2 highlight colors. And under my eyes, okay, I'm gonna use this other brush called the Buff Brush. This is more of a full coverage type of brush, and it's smaller, so I can put it like right there. I wanna get this brighter color in my T-zone to kind of like open up that, just that part of my face. And I wanna put like a thin line of the brightener on top of the bridge of my nose. And I like to get it above my Cupid's bow. All right, and I'm just gonna put a little bit under my eyes. So the thing about the cream foundation, this is like the #1 thing for newbies with it, less is more. Because the creams, I don't remember the percentage, but they have like much more percent pigment in them than any other kind of foundation, whether you use a powder or a liquid foundation. The creams are more pigmented, so that means you need to use less. Plus, when you're using less makeup, you don't crease as bad. So, and you don't look cakey. You don't want a cake face. All right, so this is my Perfector sponge that we sell, which I love. It is not the run-of-the-mill beauty blender. This is damp. I put it under the water and like squeezed it out about 4 times, and then I put it under a towel and really gotten the water out. So it's just damp, and I'm just pouncing it, getting off any excess. This helps to control, especially if you have like a mature skin, you want to get it out of the wrinkles and fine lines, you need a Perfector sponge. So I like to make sure that my contour, bronzer, and the glow illuminator, if you can see that color, are all next to each other, so I can swirl and apply the bronzer. So I do the bronzer, which is a warmer color that you can see. It's warmer than the contour. I do it above the contour. And so this Bella bronzer is so pretty, and it just looks good on everybody. And the Bella bronzer, this middle one right here, it is also a cream, and it's more, to me, it's like a gel. I know it's a cream, but it feels like a gel because it's you can like build it up is what I'm trying to say. If you want more of a bronze, you can build it up. Or if you just want like a smidge, that's okay too. All right, so that's where I like to apply my bronzer. All right, and then we're gonna do some blush, lip and cheek. I like this color Baby Watermelon right now for the summer. I like something bright. So I'm gonna kind of smile and find the apples of my cheek and blend it back. And if y'all have any questions, y'all put them in the comments so that I can help to answer anything that you have. But you can already see with the contour and the bronzer and the brightener, like I look 10 pounds thinner than I did when I started this video. All right, so that's good for me. I'm all about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows now that we're done with like the makeup. Okay, so you're still getting used to the bronzer and the brush. Oh, I love the brush. I love that brush. All right, so I'm using my sister's compact because she's got Trust, and Trust is the color that I do my eyebrows with. And so this is the liner brush, and I'm just gonna kind of use it. It's really, if you can see it, really tiny and stiff. And so it's perfect for putting those little hair-like strokes into your brows. And so Trust is the color that goes with my hair the best. If you are lighter hair, like if you have like blonde or light brown, there's a beautiful eyeshadow color called Oak. You can also use your contour as your eyebrow too. But I do recommend always taking a few minutes and taking care of your eyebrows, because this really frames your face. It's like what God gave it. And I'll take it and just kind of brush them like this. We also sell like a brow gel if you have like unruly eyebrow hair that is everywhere and you need some hold. Some stiffener, you can do that with the brow gel. This is the eyeshadow brush. I'm going to use this color Sabrina and just kind of go on. I do have some eyeshadow that was left over from this morning. I just left it on so I'd have something on my eyes. I'm going to do some Zion, which is a really pretty kind of terracotta color that I'll do on the side and in the crease. I'm going to flip to the smaller end of the brush and take this color called Coco and just kind of use this as my eyeliner. I love this brush because you can just pop it in your makeup bag and you can basically do your whole eye with like a detailed look in just a matter of minutes and not have to dig and try to find brushes that I tend to lose. All right, so I'm just using this as an eyeliner. And what I want to do now is go back to this color Zion and go underneath and give myself a little contour underneath my eye. The multitasker brush, and we're going to do our lips. All right, so I've already got mascara on, so I think I'm good there. Okay, so I like to line my lips with my contour color. So this helps to keep your lipstick in place, especially if you are older and your lipstick kind of starts to spread. I don't know why that happens, but this helps it to stay in place and to keep the lipstick where it's supposed to be. Okay, another reason I like to use contour I want my lips to look bigger. And so I'm overlining just a little bit on the bottom, and I'll just use my finger or a brush and just kind of pat it out. Let's see. And I'm just creating a shadow under there, just more contouring. And then I'll put on my lipstick. Okay, so I'm gonna use this color called Sandstone, and this is the color I'm gonna use on my lips. Okay, I'm loving my own eyeshadow right now. If I do say so myself. These are really pretty colors together. All right, so I'm just putting a little Sandstone on my lips. Okay, and always there is free shipping with this makeup. So you can always like order a 10 if you need to. You order the colors as you need them, as you run out of them, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, Rose Gold Illuminator, which is a highlighter. Okay. Use the blend brush, and I'm going to use this Illuminator, kind of put it on the high points of my cheekbone. I wish I had somewhere to go now, y'all. I'm all getting all glam. And it's just easy. And put some on my nose. I like to put this on my Cupid's bow just to add some light. Okay, so pretty much done. I do like to spray with a setting spray now, and we have a setting spray that I would recommend if you are dry to normal skin tone, or dry to normal skin. The Seint setting spray is amazing. If you're oily, I would not recommend the Seint spray. I would say like Urban Decay has one that's called All Nighter, Charlotte Tilbury has one. So I guess it just depends. So that's why it's great if you reach out to me and I can kind of make recommendations. All right, so I forgot my setting spray, so I'm just using my sister's. Never used this before. She's got Tarte. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so the thing about the creams is you have to set them because unlike a liquid that just like dries up on your skin, this is gonna stay dewy and moist throughout the day. And so you need to set them. But the good thing about that is you can play with it and blend it until you get it to, so you can't mess this up. This is like makeup for dummies. It's always gonna be beautiful because you cannot mess it up. All right, and lastly, after I spray with the setting spray, I'm gonna go back and use my Vanilla Dust powder. This is our powder brush, and I like to pat, pat, pat under my eyes. And let's see, really just wherever you tend to get oily. But the thing I like about this glowy, dewy look with the Seint makeup is it's just more youthful and young. I don't know why. I just love it. I love it. So I don't really like to make it too matte looking. Another thing, for newbies, I like to say, check out the Coty Airspun powder, and you can do like because it takes a little bit of your skin getting used to this, because this sits on top of the skin. It's not like a makeup that absorbs into your skin, so it's actually better for your skin in the long run. But it does take like your skin to, if you've been wearing another kind of foundation, it takes a little while for your skin to kind of get used to it, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. So in the meantime, this is good. And just blotting paper too, just keep that in your purse. But if anybody has any questions, you can certainly ask, but depending on the type of brush, depending on the type of coverage you want, is the type of brush that I would recommend. So if you want like a really light coverage for the summertime, especially the blend brush, you can apply all of your makeup with this little brush and it'll give you a light color. If you want full coverage, the buff brush is what I'd recommend. And you can see how densely packed these bristles are compared to the blend brush, where they're not as, and I will say that our brushes are all high-end, very good quality brushes, and they're double-ended. And then this is a great one for medium coverage. And this is probably the one that most of my customers start out with, because you can get it in a bundle and save some money. You can get the the Bella bronzer and this brush in a bundle for $40. So most people start out with this one because they can get that. And you can do your whole face with this. And I have videos on my social media. I have a Fit Foodie Beauty page, and I have videos where you can do your whole face with one brush, really with any of them. So it just depends on what you're looking for. And then I can recommend a brush. You can always send me your selfies with no makeup on, so I can custom color match you and ask any questions that you have. All right, thank y'all so much for joining. Have a great night.